The reason why my natural hair keeps growing long and thriving is because I have mastered these three things that I am going to share with you today. So kindly I want you to watch this video up to the end and listen to everything that I'm going to share with you. If you want to grow healthy natural hair, then this video is for you. Number one is avoid constant tension on your scalp. This is one of the biggest reasons many women struggle to grow long hair. Protective styles are wonderful, but they stop being protective the moment they become painful. Let's say if your hairstyle gives you headaches, if your edges feel sore, if you can't sleep comfortably the first few nights after you are done your hairstyle, then that hairstyle is simply too tight. And here is why. Every strand of hair grows from a tiny structure under your skin called the hair follicle. Now, the follicle needs a healthy blood supply and a stable environment to keep producing strong hair fibers. So, when your hair is constantly pulled through, braids, ponytails, bands, extensions, name them all, it creates continuous stress on those follicles. Then over time, this repeated pulling can cause a condition known as traction alopecia. Traction alopecia happens when prolonged tension damages the follicle so severely that they stop producing healthy hair. In early stages, this damage can be reversed, but if it continues for years and years, then the follicle may scar and the hair loss can become permanent. Okay, so as we age, our hair naturally becomes finer because the growth cycle gradually shortens. So that means after 30, our follicles become even less tolerant of constant stress. So instead of tight hairstyles, choose low tension protective styles. Let your braids your braids should never feel painful, or let's say your style should never feel painful. Your scalp should never feel like it is being stretched, and always remember that hair grows best from a happy scalp, not from a stressed scalp. Number two is avoid harsh chemicals. This one is very huge. Many people unknowingly damage their hair while trying to make it easier to manage, like chemical relaxers, frequent bleaching, repeated permanent coloring, strong chemical treatments, name them all. All of these can weaken the hair shaft. Now remember that hair is made of a protein called keratin, and healthy keratin is held together by strong chemical bonds. Those are chemical relaxers and the bleaching agents. They work by breaking these bonds to permanently change the structure of your hair. So while that creates a new look of your hair, it also leaves the hair weaker than before. Okay, scientific studies have shown that repeated chemical processing increases hair porosity and decreases tensile strength and makes the hair much more susceptible to breakage. So think of your hair like a rope. A brand new rope is strong because all the fibers are intact. Now imagine cutting some of those fibers over and over again. Eventually, that rope snaps much more easily. So that's actually what harsh chemicals does to your hair. As we get older, our scalp also produces less natural oil. That means chemically treated hair has even harder time staying moisturized, and dry hair becomes brittle. Brittle hair breaks. Broken hair cannot retain length. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you can never color your hair. No, but if your goal is maximum length, limit harsh chemical treatments and give your hair plenty of time to recover between services. Another thing, focus instead on strengthening treatments, moisturizing consistently, and protecting your ends. Remember, healthy hair grows longer than damaged hair, not because it grows faster, but because it breaks less. Number 3, stop chasing hair growth and start retaining length. I know this one might surprise you, but the reality is most people's hair is already growing. The average scalp grows around 1.5 centimeters per month, and that equals to around 6 inches every year. So, why is it that you keep saying that your hair is never growing? The answer is very simple. Your hair is growing, but it just breaks before you notice the length, and this is called poor length retention. Length retention simply means keeping the hair that has already grown. Imagine filling a bucket with water while there's a hole at the bottom. What will happen? No matter how much water you pour in, the bucket never fills. So that means hair works exactly the same way. Growth is the water, breakage is the hole. If your ends are constantly breaking, if you're using too much heat, if you're combing roughly, like if you're sleeping on cotton pillowcases without protecting your hair, then you are losing the very hair you have spent months growing. Our scientific research shows that the hardest part of your hair is the ends, and if they have been exposed to sunlight, friction, washing, manipulation, years of constant manipulation, naturally they become weaker over time. So that's why your ends they need the most care. Here are some few tips that can help you improve your length retention. 1. Keep your hair moisturized. Seal in moisture with oils or butters if they work for your hair. Reduce as unnecessary heat styling. Wear low manipulative hairstyles. Trim damaged ends when necessary. Sleep without satin bonnet or satin pillowcases to reduce friction. Handle your hair gently during your wash days. And remember that hair growth gets all the attention, and hair retention is what creates long hair. I repeat that statement again. Hair growth gets all the attention, and hair retention is what creates that long hair that you want. And so, if you are over 30 years and your hair goals seems harder to achieve, don't assume your hair has stopped growing. Instead, ask yourself these questions. Am I putting too much tension on my scalp? Am I exposing my hair to harsh chemicals too often? And am I protecting the length that I'm already growing? So small habits practiced constantly over months and years will create incredible results. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and let's continue growing our healthy natural hair, and let's continue learning more about our natural hair. See you again in my next video.